I will talk about multi-threaded programming in Java, how to achieve multi-threading. So first I will show you what are the methods and what are the classes or interfaces available. Then I will show you how to use them. And there are more than one methods for using them. So I will show you all the methods. So like different flavors of using them. So first let us see what is a class and interface available for multithreading. So here I have Java provides a class called thread. So let us call it as a thread class and an interface called runnable. So runnable interface. Thread class and runnable interface. These are the two things available for achieving multithreading. In this, the actual mechanism for multithreading is present inside this thread class. Without that, you cannot achieve multithreading. This is mandatory. Even if you are using this second method, that is runnable, you have to use a thread class because the mechanism is present here. The next thing, in what situations we should use thread class or runnable? See, if you are writing your own class and you want to achieve multithreading, say extends thread. So your class extends thread. You can achieve multithreading. Next thing, if your class is already extending from some other class and still you want multithreading, then implement runnable interface. See, the reason is in Java, a class can extend only from one class. So either you extend from thread class. If you are extending it from some other class and you want multithreading, then you have to use a runnable interface because a Java class can implement multiple interfaces. So that depends on the design of your application or your choice. Now I will write down a program that I have shown you in the previous video, displaying hello and world simultaneously using multithreading. So I will write down the program using thread class. I'll show you different methods on this one. Then I will show you runnable and the different flavors using runnable also. So I will write down the program and explain you. I have an example for multi-threaded program. We have to study this in detail. So here we learn a lot of things. Let us start. See, first of all, I have a class called myThread extends thread. As I said, if you want to achieve multi-threading, you must have a class extending thread class. So we get all the features of thread class in this one. So I'll just make it as a box so you can clearly see this one. I have highlighted this. Now inside this, there is a method and this is the same code which I have shown in the previous video. If you did not watch the video, go back and check that video. So this is the same code which is displaying hello with some number. A counter is there, right? So 1 hello, 2 hello, like that it will be displaying. Now one interesting thing in this one is, what is the method name? It is not display. That time I have used display, but now it is run. Yes. Now listen carefully. Whenever you extend a class from thread class and you want to achieve multithreading, then you must override run method. And the signature of that method is public void run. Whatever the logic you want in a thread, you must write inside run method. Run is the starting point of a thread. Just like main is the starting point of a program, run is the starting point of a thread. So inside this run method, I have written this. So I have overridden this method. So overriding means this public void run is already available inside the thread class. So I have to rewrite it. Whatever I want, I can put it in that one. So here I want to display this. So two things we covered. First is a class must extend from thread class, and for writing the functionality of a thread, you have to override run method. So this completes a class. That's it. Now the next part. I have another class here, and this is the main class because it is having a main method. Here is the main method. Class test. I was using the name class test. Then inside this, there's a main method. Let us see what main method is doing. If you see this logic, this is for displaying world with a counter. 1 world, 2 world, like this it will be displaying the message with a counter. This is the old code, right? Earlier already I have told you. Now, before that, what it is doing? Creating an object of myThread class. myThread class. Creating an object. T is a reference. So thread is created. That thread, it's a thread now. That thread is created. Now we have to run the thread. So for running the thread, we should not call run method, we should call start method. So these two lines are starting that thread. These are starting this thread. So what is the method? You should create an object of a thread class, whatever the class you write, which is extending from thread. You should create its object and call start method. This start method will in turn call this run method and start running the thread. So this start method is a built-in method of this thread class, built-in method. So it knows how to start a thread. So it will call that run method as a thread. So this is having the mechanism for starting a thread. So you have to create an object of a thread class and call start method. That's all. I have explained the whole program. Now let us see how it works. If I compile this and run the program, two classes are there. So in a single file you can write down and compile. And when you run with a test, right, Java test, then main method will execute. So what is the first thing main method is doing? Starting this thread, these two lines, it's starting that thread. So thread will start and it run in its own way. That is separate control flow. Separate control flow. It enters here and it will start printing this hello with the counter. And after starting, the mains control flow continues here. If you see here, it's like single control flow coming till here. Then when you say t.start, a control flow, new control flow starts, and this will continue, right? So these two loops, this is also running because it's infinite loop, and this is also running. This is also infinite loop. So this will also be printed and this will also be printed. So on the screen, you can see both the things being printed, mixed. Few times you will find hello and few times you will find world. So these two threads will get some fraction of time of CPU and they will execute simultaneously. So on the screen, only one thing can be printed. So that is the reason we see something from here and something from here. So these two things will be running simultaneously. So this is how a program runs. So I have completed my discussion with some single program having two classes, right? So I will give you the demonstration in the next video. Now, as I said that there are more than one methods by which you can write on the same thing. So I have one more example here. It's the same thing, but a different way. Look at this one. I have a class test. I was always using test, right? So the same class. This itself I have extended from thread. So if you see in my program, there is only one class. Earlier I had two classes. So instead of writing the same thing using two classes, you can write it using single class. So the same class extends thread class. Now when it is thread and I want to provide a logic for multi-threading, then I should implement run method, that is public void run. So I should override. So I have overridden. So it's the same thing. That same thing I have written here also, right? Same thing. Now as this is the main class for me, I have written the main method inside this one only. So this is the main method, right? So just like this main method. So instead of two different classes, I have it in a single class. Now here I was creating an object of this class, but now I have to create an object of this test class. So test t assign new test. So this is a thread. Yes, test is a thread. Then t.start. So this will start this run method. Then followed by that, this is displaying world. So two controls, flow of controls will start from here. Like the main method starts and then it will call this start. So from here one more control. So this will also be executing and this will also be executing. They enter in the infinite loop, right? This is also infinite loop. So two different infinite loops will be running simultaneously as two different threads. One is main thread and another one is a user defined thread. So these two will be running simultaneously. So the code is written differently, but the working is same. Now next we will see how we can write on the same program using runnable. So I have to write a class with runnable and I will show you the program. So it will be the same thing, but using runnable interface I'll be showing you.